Casinos have always chased an edge. From loaded dice and hidden cards centuries ago to surveillance rooms and player databases today, the goal has never changed. Understand player behavior better than the player understands themselves. Artificial intelligence is simply the newest and most powerful tool in that pursuit. But as casinos lean harder into AI-driven systems, an uncomfortable question starts to surface. What happens when the technology casinos rely on becomes the thing that destabilizes them? Right now, AI is everywhere in modern casinos, even if most players don't notice it. It tracks how long you play, how much you bet, when you increase wagers, when you slow down, and when you leave. It predicts what kind of player you are, how much you're worth, and how to keep you coming back. For years, this worked beautifully. But systems built for optimization often struggle when reality stops behaving predictably. An idea of an AI bubble isn't about machines becoming sentient or casinos shutting down overnight. It's about overconfidence, trusting models more than reality. Casinos are increasingly automating decisions that used to involve human judgment: comp offers, risk flags, staffing levels, game placement, even security responses. When AI gets it right, profits rise quietly. When it gets it wrong, damage can compound fast. Historically, casinos relied on experienced staff, pit bosses, hosts, surveillance operators who made judgment calls based on nuance. AI systems replaced many of those instincts with probability models. The problem isn't that AI is inaccurate. The problem is that AI is confident even when it's wrong. Player tracking systems are a perfect example. AI models classify players into value tiers, deciding who gets comps, how aggressive offers should be, and when incentives are withdrawn. But players aren't static. Economic pressure, emotional state, and outside influences can shift behavior quickly. Models trained on yesterday's data often fail to notice today's reality until it's too late. As casinos push AI harder, many are quietly narrowing their understanding of players. Instead of seeing people, they see profiles. Instead of watching behavior, they trust projections. That works until players change faster than the system adapts. There's also the issue of feedback loops. AI systems learn from outcomes they help create. If an algorithm decides certain players aren't worth comping, those players leave. The system then confirms its own assumption by observing lower engagement. Over time, casinos may unknowingly train AI to shrink their own player base. Security systems are another area of risk. AI-driven surveillance flags suspicious behavior based on patterns, but patterns are not intent. False positives can alienate legitimate players, while false negatives create blind spots. Over-reliance on automated detection can cause casinos to trust alerts instead of observation. Comps themselves have quietly changed because of AI. Traditional comps were broad and generous, designed to build goodwill. AI comps are precise and conditional. Players notice. Many now feel offers are stingier, harder to earn, and less personal. That erosion of trust doesn't show up immediately on spreadsheets, but it shows up over time in loyalty decay. Another vulnerability is cost optimization. AI excels at trimming expenses, fewer staff, tighter margins, leaner operations. But casinos are experiential businesses. When too much human interaction is removed, the floor starts to feel cold, automated, and transactional. That shift may save money short-term, but weaken the emotional hook that keeps players coming back. There's also the risk of model convergence. Many casinos use similar AI vendors, similar datasets, and similar optimization goals. This creates uniform behavior across the industry. When everyone makes the same optimal decisions, competition disappears, and so does resilience. A shock to one system becomes a shock to all. The year 2026 looms large, not because of a single event, but because of accumulated pressure. AI systems trained on pre-pandemic behavior, stable economies, and predictable tourism patterns may struggle in a world shaped by inflation, remote work, online gambling, and shifting entertainment habits. Online casinos already show warning signs. Hyper-optimized AI has increased short-term revenue but driven faster burnout. Players churn more quickly, chase fewer sessions, and distrust platforms that feel overly manipulative. Land-based casinos risk repeating the same mistake. There's also a regulatory angle. As AI systems become more opaque, regulators may push back harder. If casinos can't clearly explain how players are tracked, classified, and incentivized, legal pressure could force costly redesigns or public disclosures that undermine competitive advantage. For players, understanding AI isn't about paranoia, it's about awareness. AI doesn't watch you like a person does, it aggregates, predicts, and nudges. Knowing that helps players recognize why offers appear, disappear, or change suddenly. Casinos that survive a potential AI bubble won't be the ones using the most advanced systems. They'll be the ones using AI as a tool, not a replacement for judgment. Hybrid models that combine data with human oversight tend to adapt better under stress. If the AI bubble bursts, it won't look like failure. It will look like declining loyalty, rising churn, misallocated comps, security mistakes, and floors that feel efficient but empty. Ironically, the same technology designed to extract maximum value from players could push them away if used too aggressively. Casinos thrive on trust, familiarity, and habit. AI optimized solely for profit risks eroding all three. The future of casinos isn't anti-AI, it's anti-blind faith. The smartest operators already know this. They audit models, limit automation, and reintroduce human discretion where it matters most. Quick pause for a second. If you're finding this helpful so far, consider subscribing. This channel is all about understanding the games, the math behind them, and how casinos really work, so you can make smarter decisions at the table. And don't go anywhere yet. What's coming up next is one of the most important parts of this video, and it ties everything we've talked about together. For casino players, the first step in understanding AI on the casino floor is realizing that it doesn't feel like surveillance. It feels like convenience. Your card gets you points faster. Offers feel more personal. Machines remember your preferences. That smoothness is intentional. AI works best when it fades into the background and feels helpful rather than controlling. Travelers and tourists are especially vulnerable to AI-driven profiling because their play patterns look different from locals. A tourist might play longer sessions, take fewer breaks, and wager more aggressively due to limited time. AI systems often interpret this as high-value behavior, which can trigger stronger comp offers early, but just as quickly pull them back once play slows. Understanding this helps travelers avoid overestimating their status during short trips. For new players, one of the most important things to understand is that AI tracks trends, not moments. One hot night doesn't redefine your profile. Neither does one losing session. Players sometimes chase offers they believe they've earned, not realizing that the system recalculates value constantly. The healthiest mindset is to treat comps as bonuses, not goals. Awareness also means understanding where AI doesn't operate as well. Emotional context is largely invisible to machines. Fatigue, frustration, alcohol, and stress don't register directly. They show up only through behavior changes. That's why slowing down, taking breaks, or leaving early can disrupt predictive models and prevent prolonged losses driven by emotional play. Players can't opt out of casino AI systems entirely, but they can control how much data they generate.
Using a player's card selectively rather than compulsively gives you flexibility. Some sessions can be tracked for comps, others can be purely recreational. This isn't about hiding, it's about intentional play. Tourists should also be mindful that AI systems often link activity across properties owned by the same parent company. A decision made in one casino may affect offers at another months later. Understanding this encourages players to view casino visits as part of a long timeline, not isolated events. Casino staff live inside these systems every day, often without full visibility into how decisions are made. Hosts receive AI-generated player recommendations. Floor staff see alerts without context. Surveillance teams trust flags they didn't design. For employees, the key skill going forward isn't fighting AI, it's knowing when to question it. Experienced staff members often notice when the system feels off. Maybe a loyal player suddenly loses benefits, or a flagged individual doesn't match the behavior described. The most valuable employees in AI-heavy casinos are those who recognize when human judgment should override automation. For staff, AI awareness also means career awareness. Systems designed to optimize efficiency often reduce roles quietly over time. Understanding how AI tools work can help workers position themselves as supervisors of systems, not just operators within them.
There's also a subtle psychological shift that affects everyone in the building. When players believe outcomes are shaped by invisible systems, superstition changes form. Instead of lucky machines, players talk about being marked or on the system's radar. Education helps ground these beliefs in reality and prevents fatalistic thinking. One practical habit for players is slowing decision speed. AI models love predictability. Pausing before increasing bets, changing machines intentionally, or setting firm session limits introduces variance that protects bankrolls more than any system ever could. For travelers, awareness also extends beyond the gaming floor. Hotel check-ins, dining, entertainment bookings, and even foot traffic patterns feed into centralized systems. None of this is sinister, but it is interconnected. Knowing that helps players understand why offers sometimes arrive weeks later, seemingly out of nowhere. Ultimately, awareness doesn't mean resisting technology, it means refusing to be invisible to yourself. Casinos will always know more about player behavior than players expect. The advantage comes from knowing that and acting accordingly. AI can't force anyone to gamble. It can only respond to what people already do. The moment players become intentional, the system loses much of its psychological edge. For staff and players alike, the future casino isn't about beating AI, it's about coexisting with it intelligently, knowing where it's strong, where it's blind, and where human judgment still matters most. And in a space built on probability, understanding the system is often the closest thing to an edge that truly exists. For players, the takeaway is simple. The casino floor is more intelligent than ever, but also more fragile. Systems that seem all-knowing are often brittle under pressure. Whether 2026 becomes a breaking point or a correction depends on restraint. The question isn't whether AI will destroy casinos, it's whether casinos will let AI replace understanding. And history suggests that industries don't collapse when technology arrives, they collapse when they stop questioning it. And that wraps up today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another strategy breakdown, game walkthrough, or insider tip. We've got tons of guides coming your way, and you'll want to be here when they drop.
And hey, tell me in the comments what you want to see next. Whether it's roulette strategies, blackjack tips, slot myths, virtual casino breakdowns, whatever you're curious about, let me know. Your ideas shape what we create.
Before you go, if you're serious about leveling up your casino knowledge, you have to check out the Ultimate Casino Guide. I put everything I've learned into one massive, easy-to-read resource designed to make you a smarter, more confident, more prepared player.
If you've ever wondered which games actually give you the best odds, how do pros manage their bankroll so they don't blow it all in an hour, what tricks casinos use, both physical and digital, to influence your decisions, how to avoid the biggest money traps beginners fall into, then the Ultimate Casino Guide will change the way you play forever. It covers psychology, probability, strategy charts, real-world case studies, VR and online casino risks, loyalty program hacks, literally everything you need to walk into any casino and know exactly what you're doing. The link is right here on the end card. Click it and start transforming the way you play.
Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, play smart, and I'll see you in the next video.